Raise your hand if you've ever thought, wait, I'm a photographer. I don't sell products, so I don't have to deal with sales tax, right? I hate to break it to you, but that's not always true. In fact, if you're not charging sales tax and you're supposed to, you could be on the hook to pay it out of your own pocket later. Yikes. Today, I'm starting week 1 of a 4-part series on sales tax as a photographer and what you need to know. In this first video, we will be breaking down exactly when you need to charge sales tax as a photographer so you don't get caught off guard by your state or the IRS. Hey there, I'm Heather, a wedding and senior photographer from Pennsylvania, and your go-to biz coach for building a profitable, organized photo business without the tax time panic. This video is brought to you by my Make Taxes Suck Less course, your no-fluff guide to finally understanding taxes as a photographer, from setting up your business right to tracking expenses, handling sales tax, and knowing exactly what to file and when. This course walks you through it all in plain English. No boring lectures, no tax jargon. Okay, let's start simple. Sales tax is a tax you collect from your clients and send to the state. It's not money you keep, it's money you pass through. So if you're delivering digital galleries, prints, USBs, albums, or even physical photo packages, your state might expect you to charge sales tax on all or part of that. Here's where many photographers get confused. They think, if I don't charge sales tax, then I don't owe it. But nope, that's not how it works at all. If your state says your services or products are taxable and you didn't collect sales tax from the client, you're still responsible for paying it out of your own pocket. That's why it's so important to figure out your responsibilities early on. The rules vary by state, but here's a general guide on what you can look for. If you're delivering physical products such as prints, albums, USBs, most states require you to charge sales tax. If you're delivering digital files, it's a mixed bag. Some states tax digital goods and some don't. And lastly, if you're delivering a mix, like a package with a sessions plus online gallery and an optional album, it often becomes all taxable if one item is required in your state. So here's a pro tip. Always check your state's Department of Revenue website or ask a tax professional in your area to confirm what applies to you. I want to give you a quick example of how different it can be from state to state. So let's say you live in one state, and for you, digital files are taxable and albums are taxable. But if your package would only have a session fee, that is not taxable. Now, let's look at another friend who lives in another state. For them, their state doesn't charge any sales tax at all. And then lastly, let's look at a friend who lives in a third state. For them, prints are taxable, but sitting fees aren't. This just shows you how different it can be from state to state. And the reason that I didn't want to give specific state names through that example is because they can even change from year to year. Those requirements can often change. And so in 2026, things can be totally different. So I don't want you to get set on an exact state and what I might say. Bottom line is, you can't assume it. You need to know it. So talk with your tax professional ASAP. If you've been in the dark about sales tax, you're not alone. But now you know. Sales tax isn't optional. If your state requires it, you've got to charge it, collect it, and remit it properly. And that's what we'll talk about in next week's video. How to figure out exactly what's taxable in your state as a photographer. In the meantime, grab my Make Taxes Suck Less course linked below so you can finally feel confident about taxes as a photographer. Hit that like button if this helped, subscribe for more tax tips, and drop a comment below. Do you currently charge sales tax? Let's talk about it. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.